Hi, I'm Mason Madsen, and this is my ceremonial speech. Here's my audience. Don Meyer was an inspirational leader and coach with a tough demeanor but a soft heart. Don found success, whether it was in basketball or his faith. Don always sums up his philosophy with this quote: "Ideas are like oxygen. When you're not learning about the profession or how to deal with people or life, it is over." Whether it's basketball or his faith, Don Meyer left a lasting legacy. Now I'm going to tell you about my three main points. Don Meyer entertained people of all ages, he taught people of all ages, and third, he inspired people of all ages. My first main point, he entertained people of all ages. He entertained people of all ages. He entertained audiences by winning basketball games. He entertained players with his philosophies about life, and he entertained his young players with his camps. Buster Only, the author of the Don Myers book, said that Don was once the all-time leading wins leader for coaches in the NCAA. He coached for 3 teams in his career: Lipscomb University, Hamline University, and Northern State University in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Don held camps for players of all ages and coaches of all types. He taught his players and coaches that hard work and teamwork were the keys to success. Grant Wall, a senior reporter for Sports Illustrated, reports the philosophies of Meyer's coaching style. Don grew up on a farm in Wayne, Nebraska. Him and his family had to work hard to maintain the success for their farm. Don now applied that to his coaching style. Every day at practice, Don wanted to learn something new and for his players to work hard. He said in a quote, "You can judge a man by how he responds to a challenge." Now to my second main point. Don Meyer teaches players of all ages. Shannon Terry, a CEO and former player at Lipscomb University for Don Meyer, said that Don Meyer was more of a teacher than a coach and that the court was a classroom. Don told his players 3 things. The first one, to get in or get out. When you become successful, make sure that you do not get lazy. Continue to strive for greatness and become successful. Second, hard, smart, and together. If you work hard and if you be smart about it, together you will all be successful. And the third one, the journey is better than the end. The hard work you put towards the destination is better than the actual destination. Terry built 2 successful companies, and he attributed his success to Don Meyer for all of his philosophies. Terry again said that Don always did the right thing. This helped him become a better teacher, mentor, and coach. At practice, Don Meyer's players always took notes, and they answered respectfully with "yes, ma'am" or "no, ma'am." Meyer said that his players to always hold themselves accountable, be unselfish, and always serve others. Whether Don was teaching basketball skills or everyday skills to his players, they were all helpful. Leads me to my third main point. Don Meyer inspires people of all ages. Grant Wall, a senior reporter at Sports Illustrated, shares the tools of Meyer's inspiration. On September of 2008, he fell asleep on the wheel and survived a near-fatal car crash when he was driving his team to a basketball retreat. When they took him in, Don had to get his left leg below his knee amputated, and the doctors even found cancer in his liver and small intestine. Don considered that crash more of a blessing than anything else, because if the crash never happened, they would never have found his cancer, and he would have died a lot sooner than he did. He said that there was something behind it, and I think it was to pass Bobby Knight as the all-time wins leader in NCAA history. Buster Only, the author of his book, shared special stories about Don. When Don was laying on the side of the road after the crash, his players came out and circled around him while he was laying there and held hands in prayer that their coach was still alive. One player even got down on his knees and grabbed the coach's hand and told him slogans that Don would always say to them. "Gotta be tough, coach. It's the 4th quarter. Don't give up now." Don said that his players were the reason that he lived that night with their prayer, but the players knew that it was Don's perseverance and faith that made him live that night. Today I've told you about my 3 main points. Don Meyer entertains people of all ages, Don Meyer teaches people of all ages, and Don Meyer inspires people of all ages. For Meyer, it was always about the journey and not the destination. Meyer was an entertaining, teaching, and inspiring man who spent a short time on this earth, but he made a great impact on a lot of people's lives. Don Meyer left a lasting legacy. Thank you, and here's my audience again.